Welcome to SMSU Esports. This is Crom McGraw, joined by my friend Devoted Darkness for the first time. Loaded into League of Legends. Loaded into this draft, going to see how these things pan out. Devoted, what are you looking for in this game?
Just for some fun. Honestly, the first game of the season, let's start it off strong.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We have a Set and a Hecarim band coming out now, along with a Vi band on the other side.
They do not like the punchy characters.
Actually seeing a Garen band. That is something you do not see that often.
Not at all. Pretty one-sided character. You know what he does, and it's not much counterplay other than just beat him up.
Yeah, definitely that spin to win ability is very, very fun. See a Caitlyn band coming out as well. Interested to see how these teams decide to play the game. And you see an Ari band come out as well, which you said earlier when we were talking before stream. That's your old main.
She was until they don't do anything with her anymore.
I do like seeing the Corki pickup come out. He is very, very strong right now with a hybrid build that's commonly being played. Be interested to see if he is being played in the mid lane or being played down bot.
Seeing Lucian and Nami, I think. Yeah.
I did just see that Lucian Nami combo in an LEC game that I was watching right beforehand. Did put a piece of the puzzle together and why that is so good. I believe that Imperial Mandate procs off of Nami's E.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that you can Nami E's on Lucian. He gets to do it twice, and it procs the Imperial Mandate proc damage for the slow, and then also the damage from Lucian will proc it as well. Could be wrong, but I can't imagine why you're picking Imperial Mandate on Nami unless that is the case.
That sounds very fun.
It sounds very, very bursty. Oh, and we do get to see an Akshan. That will be very interesting. I have not seen him in a casted game yet, personally.
You were just talking about how much you don't like him.
I was. I am not the biggest fan of the revive mechanic, but I'm not Riot Games. I do not make the choices for the game. So, he is an interesting champion. He's got a lot of mobility with his stealth that he has, along with his grapple, and being able to get those resets. Get some more bands coming out here. That other team really not liking the idea of Ornn or Malphite. Those two really strong tanks. Interesting that they want to ban those out. Could be some possible target bans towards SMSU.
Does look like it. I remember our mid laner used to play a lot of Ari before. I'm just a little confused on Garen still.
That could also possibly be a target ban, I feel like. Though Garen does have a really singular playstyle, when he does get rolling, it's really, really strong. And because it's so singular, if he gets ahead, you really can't do anything against him. You can't outplay him. He's just going to run at you, silence you, spin on you, and then execute you with his ult. I do like the Elise pickup.
They were hovering fiddlesticks. I was really hoping, but...
Elise is one of my old main champions I used to play in the jungle. Very much enjoy her. Very powerful. Fun pick potentially. Not that engage potential you see from a lot of other junglers, but if you're playing a pick style comp, very enjoyable. I do see the Xin Zhao pickup on SMSU's side.
The new Dr. Mundo. I've not seen that yet.
And a Dr. Mundo for their tank. Along with that Braum, they do have some good engage, some good poke in the form of Corki and Kaisa. Interested to see how the other team rounds out their comp here. It looks like they're more so going for a lane stomp type of comp. Lucian and Nami obviously very strong in the bottom lane. Very, very strong combo. Oh, and a Vayne.
Immediately as you say that.
I'm really confused now. I'm actually really, really perplexed. They have 380 carries on their team.
Just built Nami a tank, all right?
Yeah, maybe. That's a Vayne top to counter the moon. Oh no. Now that is a very interesting lane to watch, because if that Vayne gets ahead on that Mundo, Mundo pretty weak early, has to get his items to scale up. Definitely in that laning phase, you just want to, get your farm, not really engage that much until you scale up, and then once you get into the team fight phase, you can become a really big raid boss, and just do that really strong job of, you're a massive tank, but you also do a ton of damage.
Right.
But that Vayne counter pick, Vayne top, classic thing that we see a lot throughout the years, usually is a solo queue pickup, not in organized play necessarily, because it is, you can, in organized play, you can, oh my gosh, my words. In organized play, you can counter it because, you can have your jungler go up, camp the top lane, put her behind, and then once Vayne's behind, like, she has her condemn, she can push Mundo back if he tries to get up onto her, but behind Vayne, Mundo's she's gonna condemn him. He's just gonna keep walking at her.
Right. Vayne is a very controlling character. If she's behind, it's gonna be really tough for her to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she can Q as many times as she really wants to, it's still not gonna be enough.
Yeah. So really, definitely what do you think the game plan is coming in here for both of the teams?
Well, definitely not magic damage, that's for sure. And I think for SMSU, it's more like a engage style, pick them off slowly. While the other side is just going to be picks nonstop, 100% aggression.
Yeah, I think for the enemy team, it's going to be a major win lane, win game, lose lane, get stomped. Because with 3 ADCs, I mean, you get behind, it's going to be hard. But with that, we'll be going into the game in about a minute here. It will be interesting to see how this Corki versus Akshan lane works. I have no idea how that lane is going to work at all. It is mid lane, so it's the shortest lane. Corki, obviously, he needs items to scale up, get powerful, hit his power spikes. Going to be playing around that tier more than likely to get his Manamune. And if he is going the hybrid build, I believe they rush a Manamune, and then they get a Ludens for the Magic Pen. They can go Leandres, obviously, against this team. They don't need to. And then you can also get a Ravenous Hydra because it gives you so much of that AD. Because Corki's his rockets scale far more off of AD than they do AP, but obviously he does so much magic damage that's what he wants to prioritize, is that Magic Pen. Be interested to see if this is guys will probably be going AD, obviously, to round out their comp. Mundo does, a mix of AD and AP, or AD and magic damage, but scales mainly off of that health. And yeah, it'll be very interesting. It's going to be really, the onus is going to be on Iron Player over here, on the Elise, to really get his lanes ahead and help them snowball. I would imagine that's why he picked Elise. He wanted to pick a jungler that can heavily gank early on, and isn't necessarily looking for that farm, because he wants to help out these lanes. If those lanes don't win, then it's going to be really hard for them to win as a game or as a team. Also makes sense if they're picking 3 ADs, why they're banning away the Ornn, the Maokai, the Garen.
The anti-engages. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want that Malphite coming at you with just massively stacking the armor. Like, yeah, you can auto attack me as much as I want. I'm gonna almost do more damage to you with my Thorn Mail than you do to me with autos.
I'm a little concerned about how the other team's going to do against Braum.
There is that as well. And that is an aggressive bot lane. We can see that both the ADCs are running Flash Exhaust, and both the supports are running Flash Ignite. So that is going to be an absolutely bloodbath of a lane. Vayne is actually running Ghost and Flash. So she is looking for that kill pressure on Mundo. That is interesting. I don't know that I've seen that before. Corki, on the other hand, is running the Teleport up against the Akshans Ignite. Corki definitely going to be wanting to play that farm early. Probably not going to want to engage with Akshan a whole lot. He's also running First Strike, so he's just playing for that scaling. And Akshan, on the other hand, running that Press the Attack. definitely going to be looking for those early kills. It's going to be a test of pajamas to see if he can stave out the Akshan, wait it out, and if he can, I think if the Corki can get scaling in this game, it'd be really, really great for SMSU because they'll have the rockets to really just poke down and really put the other team on the back foot. And with them all playing really, really squishy champions, that hybrid Corki build is going to be absolutely monstrous if it can get rolling. You know, his I think three item, his rockets can deal 800 damage.
Oh, we're running into a little error.
Yeah, a little bit of a technical difficulty. So not sure what's going on there. We'll try to reconnect here and see if we can get the game up and running again. I will say, look in the creation screen, we did see that there is a bit of a rank disparity between these teams.
Definitely, but that doesn't mean everything. Okay.
Yep.
We seen the other team against SMSU. They're looking like they're going to play more solo-based, just winning lanes, but it seems like SMSU has the more team-oriented.
Mm-hmm. And I definitely, you know, this is an organized game. I don't like the cockiness to come out here and go, we're just going to play lane carries. Like, we're just going to, you know, we just automatically assume we're better than you and that we can play this. I mean, the other team, it's a really bad comp.
Right.
Like, it's not, if they do not win their lanes,
it's over.
I mean, they don't even have the tools to, like, if they don't win their lanes, to out macro play. They don't have the engage. They don't have, like, really heavy poke champions or anything, right? Like, Elise and Nami can, like, land a cocoon, land a bubble, and that's what they're going to be playing off of for their picks. But, you know, Vayne has a condemn. But other than that, you know, Lucian and Akshan, they need to win their lanes. If they don't win their lanes, they're not going to be that useful.
Right. Especially when they have Braum for engage and Corki for poke down. They don't have much to counter that.
Mm-hmm. And they do have the Zen too as well for some engage too, you know. We are still trying to figure out what is going on, folks, so do bear with us if you can.
It's the first game of the season. We have to start it with some issues.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got here early. Extra early than we normally do to make sure we had everything lined up, everything set up. We got it all set up. It's all working. Game time comes. Oh, there's an error with the league client. Well, what are you going to do?
Let's just blame Riot.
Yeah.
It's their fault.
Oh, we do look like we're loading into game here, finally.
Okay.
Be interested how these teams both start off the game, see if we have any invades coming out right away. Looks like we may see a possible invade. Not quite sure though.
To Summoner's Rift.
Setting up.
Yeah, both teams just kind of setting up. Akshan, Kaisa trading back forth. Kaisa going to come out on the back end of that trade against that Akshan. The Akshan passive, definitely very powerful. And Twilly here getting a lot of damage down to Fearful Shadow. Going to push him out. That press the attack on the Lucian. Rocking and giving him a little bit of extra damage. But it is so early on that I think both teams do have enough time to back and get back to help themselves out. Neither team will be far. Neither team will really have a discernible disadvantage from that. No flashes burned.
Nothing.
Yeah. So.
Just a little bit of a reminder what game they're playing here. Aggression from red side.
Yep. Elise will be starting up on top side on her red, and Zin will be mirroring, starting on his red as well. Be interested to see if we see a level 2 gate coming out from either of the junglers. I expect to see that more coming out from Elise, seeing as how, you know, her lanes need it more so, but obviously not guaranteed. little bit of trade going on here in the mid lane. Akshan going to be coming out a little bit ahead of that. Does get a shield. Not sure what in his kit gives him a shield.
I was going to
Quite
ask you.
honest, I have not played him yet, so I have a general idea of how all of his abilities work, but I did not know that he gets a shield, so that is interesting.
It seems bottom lane's really putting up the pressure on SMSU.
Yeah, definitely getting that early push, having a slow push here, building with their minion wave. Nami, Prodigan, getting taken down quite a little bit there, getting chunked down to half health, so that will be very advantageous for SMSU. That Akshan boomerang, it is worth noting, it has a certain range, but it extends once it hits another character, so that's why in that mid lane, Akshan was able to just poke Corky out there.
Just looking for those pokes out there. Not much fighting going on yet.
Yeah, early on, looks like Mundo's playing very safe, not challenging that Vayne, which is
At least
very
skipped
smart.
most of her camps to go for this early gank right here. She's hiding in that bush. You can see her very slightly.
Akshan rolling down as well. Possible early tower dive. Sexy Joshua gets chunked down quite a lot, and this could be looking really bad. Early tower dive coming down, but Braum does have the block there. We'll get some damage down, but Elise does have the repel and will not get taken out, and that is
2 kills.
yeah, 2 kills for the enemy team. Nothing being found by Zen in that top lane.
Unfortunately, the kill that SMSU received went to Braum.
Oh, they did get a kill. I did not see that.
At least died on the tower, yeah.
Okay. I saw her repel up and then the camera cut away, so I
Yeah.
wasn't quite sure.
Seems, I think Lucian and Elise got kills there, so that's 300 gold each for them. And Akshan's just waiting behind, and there's another gank coming middle.
Oh, and this Corky, you know, stayed a little bit too long, didn't capitalize on it. He does have a level advantage, but he doesn't have enough mana here to possibly attack and trade back with Akshan. Honestly, with Corky, I think he overstayed there a little bit. Once he got that push in the tower, he should have just based, taken his advantage from Akshan roaming down there, get his item advantage, then come back and face down Akshan. Because obviously now, fairly low mana on Corky, really hard to do a whole lot. Mundo's wave here, not in the greatest position. It is slow pushing, and Mundo does not want to overextend into this main, as that will be disastrous for him. Jones here, still not finding his back timing quite yet.
Dragon's almost up soon.
Yep, there is 30 seconds. Vision control is there for both teams around Dragon. Now we can see Jana's getting quite chunked out in the mid lane here. You know, he's overstaying. And unfortunately, what this is probably going to mean for his team is he's going to get chunked out here. He's going to have to back. And off that back timing, Dragon's just coming up here, and we can see Elise is pushing down into bot lane. Nami does hit that bubble onto Braum, gets a lot of damage coming out from Twilly onto Braum, but
They managed to survive, but Elise is coming down again.
this is, looking at the lane states for bot lane and mid lane for SMSU, this is going to mean that they probably need to just forfeit their Dragon. SMSU is quite overstaying right now.
They're in no position to fight.
Yeah, they don't have the resources. Zen is on his Krugs, but his laners aren't in any position to help him out. And now we can
They're
see
going on him.
Akshan is actually roaming
They're
down.
looking for a pick on him.
Oh, and that blast cone, both of them coming out onto Zen. These will find that kill. Actually, I say Akshan. Actually, Joshua getting chunked quite low, is going to get taken out by Akshan there again.
Not to get any kills here, and he's reviving the Elise from the Akshan.
Mundo down here as well, but that is not going to be enough, and SMSU is just giving up a ton of advantage there. Mainly coming from their overstaying, honestly.
Already 6 minutes in, you can see a 3k gold lead on the red side.
Which, as we were talking about before, that is what the other team needs to do to win this game, and they are doing exactly what they need to do. Surprised they aren't trying to take the dragon here. May try to do that in a bit. They do have 3 plates already off of the bottom tower. And Elise coming back down here again onto the bot lane. The bot tower's so low. Looking for a regank here. SMSU does have a ward there to let them know if Elise is going to push up a little bit, but both teams really just vying for that control. Zen not really finding anything on the map so far.
Looks like they're going in out again.
Flasher gonna fall.
There's just too much damage for Braum to block everywhere.
Yep. That is another double kill on the bot side. Or the other team. Gonna roll that into this tower. More than likely the dragon. They could be not prioritizing the dragon because it's mountain and they're a heavy damage team and, you know, they might not want it.
They're not going to take any risk for that one.
Yeah. I don't think they need to really at all. They have full control. They are living rent-free right now in this bot beside jungle. You can see Elise is just staying there. She just knows that her laners are there to help her out. They're taking on Akshan, pushing down onto that Zen. Doing quite a bit of damage. Gonna grapple in. Gonna keep doing the damage on him and easily take him out. Ton of damage coming out there from Akshan. Just takes down Guy of Fail quite easily. Joe's gonna be trying to trade back onto Polar. Does have a 1 level advantage on him, but it's not getting enough quite yet from Corki.
Lucian has Gale Force now, making him even a bigger bully in lane.
Even though Mundo hasn't fallen on this top lane, you know, it's really hard if you're Zen because, you know that this Mundo needs help in this top lane. He can't take down this Vayne on his own and is just getting bullied. But then you have all this stuff happening on bottom lane, and, you know, what do? It's really, really hard. You have to make a decision, and not making any decision is going to put you even further behind. Now it is 8:30. Rook Herald does come up at 8, so Herald's up. Just full control in this bot side jungle by the other team.
Looks like Zinjao sticking around for something there. Deep vision, blue side jungle.
Very, very hard to come back and do anything. Josh are getting absolutely chunked there. Level 6 on the side of Lucian. Corki, Pajama's not able to trade back with Polar there. That ignite difference coming in heavily. Now Zen is being hunted in his own jungle. Absolute domination coming out from the other team.
Mundo's stuck all by himself. No way to get out of this situation. We're seeing just a bunch of counterplay here, bullying bottom lane. There's not much they can do about it. Zinjao just gotta farm up. I feel like he's the only one who can change the tide of the situation. See, at least for taking matches too.
Bubble does come out and hit Braum.
Braum's the best wingman, taking all this damage. We saw him eat that Lucian ult entirely.
Oh, and as we can see in that top lane, that is a Bramble Vest first purchase from the Mundo. But Mundo is down 40 CS. That is massive.
With Vayne being a ranged character, it's much more easy for her to keep Mundo out of the wave.
Yep. Definitely is what Vayne is up there trying to do. Gets that early lead on him, pushes him back.
Like you said out earlier, Mundo wants to be winning, he needs Zinjao's help.
Yep.
And Elise is coming in for another gank.
So these. Oh, Pajamas know she's there, but that is a dead Corki. Oh no, Pajamas.
It's the item difference completely.
Oh, if you have an Elise that is up at all, she is absolutely
And that's gonna be
dominant.
a Herald middle.
That, like it's about to be open. Very hard for SMSU to deal with all this pressure on them.
Definitely eating my words here, saying how I thought Red Team was going to be that coordinated. Well, there are 4-man ganking bot.
Yep, 4-man ganking bot, yep. 3 minutes in the game, get that early roam and don't get punished for it. Can't let them just get that free. Zinjao does go in there, snipes the Herald away. Does manage to get out because of his ult. Braum will fall to Twilly. Now Mundo falling as well. The ult comes out from Nami. Akshan grapples in. He's going to take out Corki. Mundo gets picked up by Elise there. And now Kaisa getting hunted. Dangerous position. Run into your tower,
could pick up a single kill there.
Akshan just looking at it.
This is devastating. 12 minutes, mid is open completely.
12k gold lead on the side. The other team, 14 kill difference. 12 minutes. That is not what you want to use in SMSU. And just look at that damage from the others. Just look at the Akshan. Just, oh, I'm just gonna go ring around the rosy, get some damage out on all you, and you can't do anything about it. Not even a dragon to be taken yet, just running it down mid. A little bit, it would seem like the other team is overstaying, but they have 11k gold difference, and they have 3 ADCs. If any member from SMSU gets any close at all, they are just getting chunked instantly. Jamis is going to try and get in there and get
so
something
close.
done. Just doesn't have the damage yet.
These fights are looking very desperate here. Desperately trying to get that 1 kill off.
SMSU does get 3 kills there, does get some shutdown gold, but it is still a 12k gold difference.
No, at least gets free reign into Ivory Jungle.
Yep. Not even looking for that dragon. That is just stunning me as a jungler. If I was Elise, I would want that dragon, but doesn't even care.
Akshan's finally getting Kraken Slayer, making him even more dangerous.
Yeah, finally getting some more of that gold out onto the field. On Corky, dangerous position. He's got stub the bus.
When this game's deceptive, like, the level gap's not that high, but it's just the gold alone that makes this devastating.
And Mundo trying to find something on the release. Does get some damage onto her, but oh, those spiderlings will just keep chonking him down. Elise will have to flash out. So, good effort there by Slagrat, trying to get something, find something for SMSU, but it's very, very difficult if you're SMSU right now. This is probably not how they wanted to start their first game of the season.
Well, in good news, something new this season, objective bounties coming up, making it a little bit easier for SMSU to come back if they do get these.
But if they can manage to find their way out of the bases, I think the easiest objective bounty for them to probably get, I would say, would be Dragon, because it's the closest. But at the same time, Red has just been living in that blue side jungle.
Rent free. In fact, they're getting paid to live there.
They are they're going around, they're collecting money, they're collecting taxes. Corky does have the package, possibly looking for something here. Nami is a little bit out of position. Does have to package out that Nami will manage to pick up that Corky, which is just super unfortunate. Corky getting chunked out a little bit too much by Lucian there.
Alton for Lee. Lee's just getting poked out. Can't 1v3 them yet. He's able to get stunned down.
Just over it though. Nami will be coming in here. Does get the bubble. Elise manages to kill Braum, gets out. Nami still has her.
Ooh, Mundo shifted his focus mid-fight to Nami.
As the shenanigans are going on in the blue side jungle, however, Akshan is just in the base. He's, oh my gosh.
Rank free.
All of that damage, utterly insane. Akshan, level 11 compared to level 9, which is the highest on SMSU. Another level on Bane as well.
Rob trying his best just to save his friends.
Elise is there, gets the stuff, and that Spiderling. Oh my goodness. This is looking like it is game. It has been looking like it is game for a while now, but it looks like this will probably be the actual Nexus falling. Not much else you can do after that initial start.
It was rough. It was rough. They were not prepared for this at all.
Interesting to see how SMSU responds to this in the coming game. That will be game 1 for SMSU versus Mizzou Esports.
All this stopped me is that I want to play Elise now.
Is a very, very fun champion. We will be right back in about 5 minutes.
And we are back with game 2
of this series between SMSU Esports and Mizzou Esports. We've got some things to talk about with this pick and ban phase. Let's start off. Mizzou Esports team. How do you feel about that?
I feel like they chose a really interesting and fun team. Singed and Zach.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little disrespectful, but we could have also said about the last game, and, well, we saw how that played out. So, SMSU, first and second banned out that Akshan and Elise. Obviously did not want to deal with that after last game, rightfully so. Mizzou keeping the bans pretty similar. They banned out the Kaisa second round along with the Vayne. Interesting they banned out the Vayne, honestly. I guess I don't know anyone on the SMSU team that plays Vayne, but I'm not that informed on their champ pool. So keeping that same Vi and Ari ban, interesting enough, I guess. We will see Pajamas on Victor. I will be interested to see how that plays out. Victor very strong in this new season with the new crown item, and Ravenous Shadow Flame is quite good on him as well. I think that I was expecting that Zach to be jungle, but I think it's a Dr. Mundo jungle, unless I'm pretty sure that's all locked in.
Yeah.
We just can't see it because of the spectator delay.
Well, that takes about a little bit of fun out of the game, but Zach's still there.
Yeah,
Zach's still there.
After the performance on Elise, the very, very dominant gank heavy performance, I was excited, very excited to see a Zach come out from Fog of War and absolutely repeat gank some lanes. But guess we won't be seeing that. We'll see Mundo, so maybe a little bit more of a farming play style.
Twitch and Zach, they're gonna use the stealth and then jump on them without. No, my God.
Yeah. What's the deal with Twitch? You were saying while we were watching Pick and Bans that he's your favorite champion. So
he's the most simple champion in the entire game. His lore is literally he's a rat. He grew up. He likes trash. That's it. That's all he's got going for him. But he's like, I find him like hilarious because he's like, I was hiding, and the whole time, and he just unloads.
He's got that character. He's got that character you like.
He just unloads an entire blast crossbow thing on the entire enemy team that can kill him.
You know what I'm realizing?
2 seconds.
This is a Zon comp from Mizzou.
That's why I was saying it's kind of toxic.
Yeah. Literally.
I thought that was what they were going for. And I was like,
oh my gosh, that is quite hilarious. We got the Twitch Zach bottom lane. Twitch was a rat. Finds some toxic sludge, becomes Twitch, and then he's got his toxic sludge buddy with him down there.
Well, I am excited to see Samira because really fun Samira gameplay is amazing to watch.
I do not know Samira as well. So what's the SMSU bot lane going to be looking to do up against Mizzou's bot lane?
So Samira, she's a character that you have a timer kind of you want to engage, you take trades, and then the second you get your S rank, then you just go ham. You don't care. You just mash your keyboard and say, "This is how I'm doing this." Samira's just that kind of character, just rushes in blindly, does not care. But the second her R goes away, or her R, it just disappears, you back off immediately.
So it makes sense that SMSU wants to have that Nautilus down there in there to help CC and help her out, get some engage going. We do get to see my favorite Twitch skin, the Shadowfoot Rogue Twitch skin. We're not friends anymore. You don't like the Twitch skin?
No, I like it. I just don't like the voice. They just pitched it up a little, and it's really annoying to me.
Well, I'm a big fan of D&D, so I love anything D&D related. Getting into the match now. SMSU on red side here, Mizzou on blue side. See if we get any invades coming around this time. We didn't see any last game.
I do think Mizzou might get a little overconfident here after last game.
We do see some pings from Mizzou.
They definitely
are going to be
like
face checking into that Nautilus though. So, but Nautilus is
no support
alone. Does throw the ward down. Mizzou won't see it. So SMSU does have some vision on Mizzou. Do kind of know what they're doing. Moving around a little bit there. But SMSU more likely looking to play much more reserved. Got a lot of team fight possibility from both of these teams. We've got the Nautilus, the Malphite, the Hecarim on SMSU
they're
side.
going for it.
Minions have spawned.
SMSU not going to be giving them any chance. See if they might want to counter invade. Now, if Hecarim doesn't get his blue right away, that is not great for him.
Right.
He definitely wants that mana, but Mizzou looking like they're just going to throw that ward down. Not actually take the jungle camp.
Malphite going Chemtech in chat.
A little bit of banter back and forth from both the teams. Love to see it. Love to see it.
It's what I want to see. All right. So it's Mundo jungle. Yeah.
Be interested to see how this works out. I know Mundo gets a little low on his initial jungle clear. See if that gets implemented at all. A lot of damage coming out there from Polar. Will eat a tower shot for it, so the trade does come out about even. There again.
Thing's getting a little bullied here. For those who don't know, Sin is usually considered one of the throwing champions. Like you play him, you want to lose the game. Because his playstyle is so different from every other character in this game. You just want to run away.
Yeah, I just want to run at you. Don't chase me. Oh no, don't do that.
And if you don't know how to do it well, you're just not doing anything for your team, and they hate you for it.
Okay, well, I keep wanting to say Maokai with Malphite. Obviously, that's not right. We'll force the Singe to possibly back there.
Yeah, Sin just got to work a lot harder just to get a little bit of CS. So.
Lane states here.
Not as aggressive as last game, which is kind of refreshing to see.
Not quite as aggressive. Not playing those super early game focused champions where they want to get win lane, win game. A little bit more of a scaling comp coming out from Mizzou. Obviously, that Singe wants to get his items and just proxy lanes, run around, be an absolute menace in the side lanes. Mundo as well. Got Zach Twitch. They all want their items. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
No, well, while we have some downtime, the effects on the Twitch skin, though, alright, as much as I don't like the voice, it looks colorful and it's fun.
Absolutely. Ooh, little aggression
Already.
coming in your bot lane. Samira putting some damage down.
On the Samira.
What's that? Yeah, she will
Still
pick
gets
up
the
the
first
Twitch.
blood.
They will manage to pick up the Zac. Ekrim's down there as well just to help secure the kill. That will be a double kill. That is exactly what SMSU wants early on. This Sims just being a menace on this Malphite. Malphite, no mana to do anything about it. Is going to back here. Does have TP though, so he should be able to get back in. Ooh, Mundo is there. Just harassing this Malphite. Gonna have the tower dive coming down.
Where did they go? What just happened?
I believe what Singe did there is he flipped him and that killed him because it was percent max health.
Mundo got the kill, no?
Oh, did he?
I thought it just happened so fast. Yeah, he got the kill there. Maybe the Q hit as soon as he flipped. I don't know. That just looked hilarious.
Oh, and look at that! Look at that CS difference between Malphite and Singe. That is going to be brutal. Not much of a difference in bot lane, other than Samira having her double kill, which is very, very useful. A bit more of aggression coming down here in mid lane. Urgot getting a lot of damage on the pajamas.
Ooh, but good.
I don't know.
That was a well-placed stun from Victor earlier, though.
Yep.
If he missed that, that would have been over.
Dragon coming up here real soon here.
Oh, which one is that?
It is the Hextech Dragon. So
That's another new one.
extra ability haste, extra attack speed per stack. I believe it's 5 and 5, although it might have changed. Don't quite remember. That ability haste definitely going to be useful on the tankier champions of Mizzou and obviously Twitch. He loves some attack speed. You know, 5% attack speed, not the most.
Any attack speed's good attack speed.
Yep, exactly. SMSU would love to get some ability haste on themselves as well. Singe
That wave management from Singe, though.
Yeah, Singe pulling ahead just a little bit here. You know, Malachi doesn't necessarily have the... I keep saying Malachi. Oh my gosh. They both start with an M, okay? One of them's a tree, one of them's a rock.
They look the same, they sound the same. It's fine.
Oh.
Ooh, looks like Heckram's coming in for that gank.
Oh,
that hook.
Does get a good hook. There is no passive there for Zach. Zach is going to charge up, going to pop back in.
Jump back in for no reason, seemingly.
Samira not in the greatest location, but does get out.
She did pick up that kill.
Fairly unhurt. And this is looking advantageous for SMSU so far.
That's 3 kills on Samira, and that's pretty brutal for the other team.
See if SMSU wants to play around the dragon and all. They won't actually. Interesting that they decide not to do that. Samira was a little low, but
They could have had it.
yeah, I think, you know.
But they don't see what we see, though. They didn't have any.
That's true. That's true.
They didn't see them backing out usually.
You do have to respect the Twitch a little bit, I suppose.
I was hiding.
Oh. Singe still does have the 15 CS lead here. Up in the top lane. But
Malphite has his ult now, which can easily turn any fight he wants.
he's going to be looking to stack up that tier a little bit. I would believe he's going for a Fimbulwinter build on Malphite. That new item is very, very useful, very strong. Window looking for that gank on Pajamas. Doesn't get a whole lot. I believe that is... No, that wasn't Malphite ult. That was just the flip.
It looks like it.
Yeah, we got here a little late.
I was a little nervous there.
I did think he just burnt out, but not yet. He is getting really chunked down by this Singe, though, which is very dangerous. He is willing to just throw those Qs back on him. You know, he did take Comet, so he gets that extra poke out from his Qs.
Seems
but
Heckram's coming for the assist.
looks for the Malphite ult comes out. Heckram ult comes out as well, and that is a dead Singe, which is exactly what SMSU was looking for there. Mid lane pretty even here as well.
Seems like Malphite's going to back now, even though this would be the perfect time to get the wave back in his favor. Now it's just kind of frozen where Singe likes it.
Maybe a little worried that if he pushes it in, Singe will just push it back out, but ooh.
Mundo's spot at bottom. Taking that blue for free.
Oh, and Dragon did fall. Mundo got Dragon for free.
Oh yeah, while we're watching that fight up top.
Didn't quite catch.
Oh no, Heckram's got ulted by... Or, yeah. Name there for a second. Zach getting taken out by Samira. Twitch desperately trying to save his teammate. Not much he can do. But Mundo shows up. They're fighting down. They're fighting it down.
Shut
A
down.
little bit of a
Twitch
technical
was able to get
difficulty
them.
here, but we're back.
Oh yeah, just move the camera when my boy Twitch is doing things. Alright, I see how it is.
We can't have you have all the fun now, can we? Now this Urgot, Victor lane.
Pretty quiet, honestly.
I'm wait. You know, Urgot has had a lot of aggression towards Victor. Victor, both of them pretty fair.
But
Pretty low
Victor's
on
got his
mana.
ult. Urgot does not. It seems they're just gonna reset now.
Yeah, Victor, no. Ooh, Singed is
Coming in for that gank. Ooh, power diving. Ekram coming in for the assist.
gonna fall here to the Singed burn. Jamma's gonna try and get a little bit of something, but he can't. No.
Bomby Cinder now. Singe doing even more burn damage. We may see a Zach jump? No.
Not quite yet.
I just love seeing Hector charge for that board. There we go.
Zach jump does go in. Twitch ult's gonna come out.
Smear W blocking 2 shots. It's not enough.
This is SMSU getting picked up there. Twitch.
Ooh, the flash.
Does get the flash out of Zach there to pick up the kill, but it will be a wave under tower denied to SMSU. Even though that Samira was 4-0, she's now 4-2. Does pick up her Immortal Shield though there.
That's the game maker for her, honestly. That's her power spike that comes out of nowhere.
Another repeat gank here onto the Singe. They're gonna try and chase him. He's gonna get the flip. But now Mundo's here to help him out.
Malphite has to ult,
out.
gets it. It's a 1-for-1, unfortunately.
Yep, Malphite will fall. Wave will be under tower here.
A lot quieter game, a lot less kills than last time.
Well, it is 7-6. I mean, we saw 16 kills in the last game, so we're only 3 off. It's just going back and forth this time around. So
Right.
a lot more fight coming out from SMSU, which we love to see. And yeah, it's do you see the TP coming in from Singe into mid to pick up that rotation for his teammate? Possibly looking to go up onto that Victor.
Ooh, that stun coming in with the ult.
And now Singe, this very, very fun gameplay pattern he has where he just wants you to chase him. He's just going to throw that poison trail behind him and just have a whole bunch of fun. Maybe they're switching lanes now, possibly.
The way that Urgot was playing, I think so. Just hiding there.
So those Mercury
You may
treads
see
not
that
going
ult
to be...
coming out.
Yep, those Merc treads not quite as useful now on this Malphite up against the Urgot. Urgot obviously doing a lot of AD damage, not necessarily the magic damage. Do see a completed Sunfire onto Mundo. As well as a completed... That is an AP Twitch. That's the Nashers onto Twitch.
That's what happened.
Oh, very, very interesting place. How do you feel about AP Twitch?
So AP Twitch is what you want to play if you don't want to win late game. It's not like if you want to dominate lane and you just want to get gold fast, there you go. If you want to hyperscale how Twitch is supposed to be played, then you go AD Twitch. I think both are actually completely different, like playstyle wise, but they're incredibly fun. It's actually personal with the character, in my opinion.
So they're trying to get more damage on the Twitch. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot against him, though, to be honest.
He was exhausted. Yeah.
Ah, that's what it is. You know, there's so much going on in League sometimes, and there's so many champions that it's like, it's really hard to track everything. Mundo does pick up the Mount Drake there, and it is going to be an Inferno Soul, so...
That's the dragon they're going to fight for.
Yep, that... Now... How chaotic of a game would it be if Mizzou, if it was a Chemtech Soul and Mizzou got a Chemtech Soul with their Singed Mundo Urga? You gotta fight so hard to take down one of those tanky champions, and then they're just gonna come back up.
Now, one thing I have.
Who's that coming out from the Fog of War? Gonna be coming onto that
Big
Victor.
kills. Heckram all coming in. He's able to lower them a lot. Smear can come in and pick it up. The shutdown for Heckram, which is pretty good.
Yeah, SMSU getting a 1-for-2 trade there, so good on them. They do get the shutdown as well, so it is a little bit more than a 1-for-2.
And SMSU still has their objective bounties, and the gold lead's not that far apart.
That is going to be Singed falling once again. SMSU definitely knowing that they can't let that Singe just do Singed things for free.
Right.
If you've ever played with a Singe that likes to proxy, you know that it is the most obnoxious thing imaginable.
Where's my way? The minions don't get paid enough for this, that's all I'm saying.
There is a lot of vision control on the top red side for Mizzou versus the vision control that SMSU has in their own bottom red side jungle. Dragon here should be coming up relatively soon.
The fun thing I noticed is that Samira bought skill caps in an AD dominated game, which is gonna be. I think she was expecting the Twitch to build AD, but
that is interesting. Mundo does do a little bit of AD, but nothing enough to justify it. That will be
getting caught out.
Very dead Victor. Very hard to deal with a Mundo Q, a Singed Fling, and the charge from the Urgot. He did have his crown, and it saved him for a little bit, but not long enough. That is going to get Zach going fairly deep. Does get his ult off, though.
Hacker caught off the Twitch and getting in there, so that's a dead Zach right now.
That is also a Night Harvester Zach.
Oh, what? What?
Very, very fun playstyle, but if you do not hit your jump, you do not do damage.
Well, I mean, we're having fun with this one.
Definitely having fun from both of these teams. Zach actually has some ridiculous AP scalings on him.
Really?
His E scales for 0.9 AP as well. But what I think is the more ridiculous one is his W, which does the max health damage. It gets 4% max health damage per 100 AP.
You didn't even say that to my face. It expects me not to react.
It's a fun time, man.
Some of these ratios, I don't know. Bot tower's gonna fall to Twitch. Seems like Urgot was just bullying everyone down here.
Urgot is definitely a quite an oppressive lane to deal with. Twitch in the bot lane does have a little bit of does have a 20 CS lead over the Samira, but the bigger CS lead we need to talk about is that Singed versus that Malphite.
Right.
That is about 50 CS, which is something you do not want to deal with. You know, Singed has died 3 times, like he gets repeat gank, but he has so much CS that it's not really affecting his star strikes as much. You see the Malphite ult and the Hecarim ult coming in, so they need to pick up that Urgot.
We got Victor's ult too. 3 ults for 1 man.
A lot of resources invested. And
It wasn't even a shutdown, no? The shutdown was on Zach.
Hecarim not peeling off to help out his Malphite here. Interesting enough. Victor stuff does come up. Zach is leaping in there though.
Singh does not care. He runs in there.
Does the result. Zach will pick up.
Out of nowhere, this team's like, God, it went from a 1v3 to 1v3 and now 4v1.
Just like that. Zach comes back in, gets the knockup, gets some more damage out. Does get picked up there by Fearful Shadow, but that is a 1 for 4.
SMSU is slipping now.
And it cannot be understated that Mizzou has 2 dragons.
Yes.
And with an Inferno Soul, that is, you do not want to give that to them.
It seems they were taking them in private without anyone noticing.
Yeah, no real competition from Hecarim or the bottom side. SMSU does have objective bounties up now, though.
I'm surprised I don't see any vision for a dragon, because I would think that's the one they would want a lot more.
Yeah, definitely something you want to play around. I imagine if you're SMSU, it's really hard to deal with the Singe, though. Like, he just gets the side lane for free while you're down trying to get dragon, and yeah, it's really hard. SMSU doesn't really have a tank buster on their team. My understanding of Samira, she's much better against squishier champions because she has resets.
Right. He can take on bruisers, but it's not going to hit them over.
Yeah. Ooh, Urgot is getting caught out a little bit in the jungle, but he's so tanky. Hecarim ult does come out along with Samira ult. Zach's looking to charge up, not quite sure where he wants to go. Has to cancel his jump.
Mundo, unfortunately, Mundo's going to be able to kill him right back.
Now Singe coming in. Zach coming in as well. SMSU trying to peel back, keep their Samira alive. They do pick up the Zach. However, they do have their Malphite and their Hecarim fall.
And there's Twitch coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Flashing the Q.
Picks up the Samira, and now Fearful Shadow has to just run. Can't really do anything. Is going to get picked up, and that will be some jungle control. Possibly this Victor if they get greedy. This Victor, but
they want him.
Definitely the dragon. Oh, Victor doesn't even have a tower. Oh, and that is going to be a Twitch and a very seemingly dead Victor and a dragon now.
But the thing I noticed with Blue Side's team is that they really can just stack numbers on them without even noticing. Like, they'll commit to a really good fight and suddenly singe there's Zach and Twitch all on their faces.
SMSU has to commit so many resources to try and burst down one member of their taking team. And because we saw that in mid, right? Like, we saw them use Heck Alt, Malphite Alt, Singe, or not Singe, Victor Alt. And they do get one pickup, but it's like, okay, we invested all this resources, we get one pick. What do we do now?
Right. Like half the team they can't fight reliably.
Yeah, that team fight from SMSU, it looked really, really good. And then that Singe came in from behind, and they lost focus of that Zach. And then Zach just gets to come in and do all of this damage for free because he's AP support Zach. I forgot about this too. They run Crown on AP Twitch, so you can't just burst him either.
Oh, Twitch is fine. Twitch is fine.
He definitely is, and Twilly is definitely having a time. He is 8-1. That Mundo is 7-1. That Mundo is very scary.
Another fight breaking out mid. Caught out Zach, but there's nothing to commit there.
Sin's just up in the top lane, getting the proxy for free.
It seems like he's coming down, yo.
Can't really... They don't really have an answer right now to these bruisers, you know, to these tanks. It's... You know, you don't... when you're facing this team, obviously, you don't... Like, you're looking for this. You're looking for the Twitch, right? Like, that's
right.
Instinct. You know that the Mundo and that the Singe need to be looked for, but, like, you can't really burst them down. But then you forget about the AP Zach, and the Zach just gets to jump in and do all of this damage for free. And mind you, max health percent damage, too. Like,
it's like you can waste all your resources on Twitch, but you forget that everyone else does all the damage, too.
Yep. Oh, let's see there. Just as I say it, all of that damage coming in from
Singe comes in with that pick off, and the tower is dead. Just scattered their team completely. There is no synergy.
Oh, and this is looking like it could be a run it down mid. Early Nexus. 22 minutes. I think they have the ability. They've got the tank.
Definitely a lot of comeback potential here with the characters they have. It's just the way they take these fights needs to change.
This is looking like it will be game for SMSU versus Mizzou. SMSU put up a lot more fight in this game.
Definitely, especially with the rank difference. You gotta commend them for that.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like they were making the right moves early game, but it's just
all these strategies came out of nowhere. They didn't process them yet. Like it took us a while to notice that Zach was building Night Harvester.
Yeah, and that Night Harvester Zach is, I mean, even it's support, right? But like, it does so much damage. I mean, Night Harvester alone, like, it's 125 damage per character plus your AP scaling. You add that onto a jump that has a 0.9 AP scaling on it and has really good base damage. You hit the jump, you get a alt, you get a W, you just do all this damage right away, and it's really, really hard to deal with. Oh, he had Comet too. That's kind of funny. Thank you so much for joining us for this cast of SMSU Esports League of Legends. This has been Crown McGraw.
I'm Devoted Darkus, and
we thank you for joining us, and we will have some more games coming up within the next week. We are trying to figure out some scheduling for them, so we're not sure if they will be on this Monday or next Monday, but they will be on one of the Mondays. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for the cast, and we'll see you next time.